Today we're going to talk about the transition from Resumix to Recruiting Solutions, and our presenters are Teresa Pivic, Nancy Erickson, and Barb Lee-Meyer. They're going to be sharing with you some of the key dates and information that you'll need to know to plan for the exciting December 8th launch of Recruiting Solutions. So if you do have questions during our session, please use the chat window on the right side of your screen and send us the questions. We'll try to answer all of them at the end or as we're going. And I'd like to also welcome Christy from Paradigm Reporting. She's going to be providing closed captioning services for our WebEx today, so we're very excited about being able to offer that feature. With that, I think I'm going to turn it over to Teresa and her team to get started on the presentation. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Rika. This is Teresa Pivic, and I am Manager of Agency Applicant Services at MMB, and very excited to move forward with this transition. I think we're getting close, and we're very excited about what this new tool, Recruiting Solutions, has to offer, but know that we need to help you in planning for the transition. And so have some great information for you today. The key dates that we want you to be aware of, the first one is Friday, November 6th will be the deadline for submitting online screening questions to the selection mailbox at MMB. The reason we need that date is just to prepare for the go-live date of December 8th and having those questions ready. You can always continue to submit them at any time throughout this process, but this is the deadline that we need just to ensure that we get them into production for go-live on December 8th. And so please let me know if you have questions or direct them to your agency applicant services rep. Also, as we get them vetted, we are posting them to the extranet, and we'll talk more about the extranet and how to access that and what's on that site for you. The next date, November 23rd through December 7th, is what we're calling a soft launch for recruiters. And Lori Hansen will have a lot more information about how that's going to work, but just wanted you to be aware that these are the dates that you will have the ability to go into the system, into production, and start drafting your job postings that you want to have posted by go live, or in the month of December, in the month of January even, however you want to plan. So I'm going to turn the next few dates over to Nancy Erickson. She's going to talk about Resumix and all of the other tools that we'll be needing to transition from.
Okay. Hello, this is Nancy Erickson from the MMB. And so on the screen you have Friday, December 4th, and there's a lot going on Friday, December 4th. All your Resumix job postings must close by midnight, so if you have any job announcements set up in Resumix, they need to close on December 4th. And Vacancy Builder will no longer be available after Friday, December 4th at midnight. That will be shut down also. In addition, on Friday, December 4th, the Resumix job search agents will end, which means applicants will no longer be receiving emails with job opportunities. Then also on Friday, the Minnesota Government Careers, our website, will display an under construction message. So now all the magic happens over that weekend of Saturday and Sunday and Monday. And when we come into work on December 8th, the Recruiting Solutions will be live and up and working. And what that means is that our applicants, our internal applicants, state employees can apply for jobs, and the general public can apply for jobs. They'll go out to the careers website, or if you're a state employee, you'll go to self-service and apply for jobs. In addition, on December 8th, the new onboarding process, which is called Manage Hires, will be available. Next, on December 30th, if your agency uses New Hire Online for your new employees to go in and enter information, the New Hire Online will no longer be available. And what that means is agencies, if you have applicants who have been hired prior to December 30th from Resumix, and they've gone out to New Hire Online and completed their information, you want to make sure that you print that information out by December 30th, because after December 30th it will not be available. You won't be able to go in and, into New Hire Online and get that completed paperwork for your new employees. Okay. The next important date is June 30th, 2016, and that's over 6 months after the go-live date. So after 6 months, manager's referral will no longer be available, and eStax will no longer be available. And our expectation is that there will not be any open requisitions in Resumix. So that's over 6 months out, and so between now and June 30th, you'll be closing out all those requisitions. And prior to that time, we'll be contacting agencies and letting you know if you have some requisitions that are still in an open status. Then beginning on July 1st, 2016, agencies still will have access to Resumix, but it'll be limited to view only. So at the agency, you'll still be able to go in and search for your requisitions and look at your requisitions, look at the people tracked to the jobs, look at the job announcement in Resumix, so you'll still have access to that. And we anticipate, though, that there'll be a need for fewer licenses as we're winding down from Resumix and all the new jobs are in Recruiting Solutions. And then the plan is that Resumix will retire, we'll be shutting down Resumix 7 years out. So that's the plan, to retire the Resumix system after 7 years. So you'll have access to Resumix, view-only access for 7 years. On this page is our resources about help for applicants. That would be the general public and our state employees who are applicants. Applicant services representatives will be responding to messages in our careers box. They'll be answering the job line and also be able to assist applicants who apply for jobs at Minnesota Management and Budget. We'll have a kiosk here on the 4th floor in the lobby area. And the contact information, our job line information, we have that on the screen. So we'll be answering questions from our job line and from our careers box Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. And I'll turn it back over to Teresa, and she'll give you information about resources for agencies.
So hi, this is Teresa again. I wanted to go over the help that agencies have. Each agency has an agency applicant services rep, and they will be participating in answering questions for recruiters at the second day of each training session to answer any questions you have regarding the new system and our business processes. And so that's what's meaning by the assist with training of agency recruiters. And also after training, if you have questions and are working on getting job postings up or running through the process, that they will be your first point of contact to help with any questions you have regarding the system or business processes. Also, they will be able to answer any of the questions that you have. Like I said, after training is completed, they will be your resource. And I've listed the contacts below. So I'm going to turn it over now to Barb Wiemeyer, and she's going to go through what kind of resources are online.
Happy Friday, everyone. I got to tell you, there's a lot of activity going on over here, a lot of excitement because Go Live is coming up so soon, and they're getting ready for recruiter training to start on Monday. So, all right, online resources. As this slide is talking about our extranet, where we are housing the temporary hiring toolbox. I don't know if you've had a chance to go out there and look, but we've been starting to post things out there. and Teresa is going to navigate there to show you the extranet and what we have posted right now. Ultimately, we plan to put the user manual, the training user manual out there for your reference. You'll see when you go to training, it's kind of a large manual, a couple hundred pages, and so you might not want to print that. We know there'll be a lot of changes to it with future phase items too, so it'd be nice to be able to access that online. While she's pulling that up, I could mention too that, oh, okay, she's got it up here. We're planning to put the hiring toolbox on a new platform, and things are moving forward with that. It could happen really soon. We'll keep you posted on that. If you do come out to the extranet to look for it, we'll redirect you. So on the temporary hiring toolbox, as you can see, we have a lot of information out there from the previous town halls that we've had, the Q&As and Feynman's documents that she talked about at her last WebEx, referring to the monitoring the hiring process, the applicant flow tool. She also provided or showed us a applicant assistance for agencies guide, and Teresa's going to open that up because that ties into what we're talking about today. It's a staff guide for you to help applicants. So let's pop that open. It's downloading. So this might look familiar to you, but you can go out here and access it. It talks about many pages long. All kinds of information there for you to help applicants when they call you with questions. If you have applicants who don't have computer access, places you can refer them to where they can get access to computers, whether it's libraries, community partners, workforce centers. You can move that forward, Teresa, so I can see the next pages.
We can't.
Oh, I guess we're not sharing the document as I'm talking, but they're trying to pull it up now. Okay, now we're sharing. Okay, we were just talking about the first couple pages there, so where you can refer applicants who don't have access to computers. Go ahead and forward to the other pages. There's also information out there too about the kiosk that will be at MMB. So applicants can actually come to MMB and get face-to-face help there too with the computers they'll have available there. And your agencies might want to consider doing that as well. So it's how to get to MMB, instructions on how to get there. Also on there, if you find an applicant lets you know that they don't have an email address, there's information there so that they can get a free email account. Also information about applicants who need reasonable accommodations, some examples of that. Other ways that you might need to help applicants, like communicating with applicants who have hearing loss or speech disabilities using the relay services, and then also the language assistance line. Very useful resource for helping applicants. Okay. Yep, we can go back to the PowerPoint then. And then the other thing referenced on that page too is the applicant help that will be available on careers. There's currently a lot of applicant help out there now for our current tools, and of course those will be updated. And if you check careers now, kind of front and center is a coming soon area to let people know that we're going to have a new system coming up soon. So take a look at that when you get a chance. All right. Next, I want to talk about, we are going to have a Recruiting Solutions user group a focus group that we're going to put together. We're wondering if agencies are interested in participating. The purpose of the user group would be to problem solve, share best practices, you know, come up with ideas to help improve the tool, help each other learn and use the system more efficiently and effectively. If you're interested, your agency, in participating, let Teresa know. You can just send her an email or give her a call, and we'll get more information out to you about the meeting dates, times, and locations. We're thinking we'll probably have the first meeting towards the end of December or early January at the latest. And then upcoming events. We have another WebEx in a couple weeks on a Friday, October 23rd from 9 to 10, and also a town hall coming up on October 30th. That will be at MSRS. And for both of these venues, we're going to be talking about a really hot topic. It's hiring manager access and roles. We've gotten a lot of feedback from users, from the town halls, and we've made some changes in the system we want to tell you about and do some demos. So do plan on attending one or the other or both. Contact Rika if you need more information. So that wraps up our presentation. Do we have any questions we need to address? No?
If anybody has any questions, please feel free to add them
To
now.
the chat?
Make sure that the broadcast is to everyone or to the presenter. On your overlay at the top. So if you want to.
So we have a question. Do we use the same number to call in 2 weeks? No, it would be a different number, and Rika will be sending that out. People at MnSCU have been having problems accessing the prereq training. It's not always launching. So we'll take that feedback and provide that to Kirsten so she can address that issue. And the next question is, will this presentation be mailed out to recruiters? The plan is to post it on the extranet, so we showed you where to find that on the extranet. Will you be sending it out as well, Rika?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. So you can find it on the extranet with the temporary hiring toolbox. And we plan to put all of our communications out there, so it's a one-stop shop for everything that we've been communicating to you along the way. Will the next WebEx and town hall meetings be identical? Yes. So while the town hall is more interactive throughout the information that might be shared, the WebEx would be sharing the information, and then as we're doing today, you have an opportunity to ask questions and we respond in that format. So it will be the same information. The contact information to sign up for the Recruiting Solutions user group is me, Teresa Pivick, and I can be reached by phone number, which is in the PowerPoint here, the 651-259-3796, or by email, which is teresa.pivick@state, the usual. Can you summarize what was discussed at the last WebEx for those of us who missed it and it was not recorded? You will find Ann Feynman's materials on the extranet, and so she was describing a recommendation by the Affirmative Action Work Group for monitoring the hiring process, and that documentation, which is the documents that Ann Feynman walked through, are posted on the extranet. So you can find them under the Communication tab, and it's there are 2 documents there that we had showed you when we visited that website.
Right, and this is Rika. Just to add, Ann Feynman is asking for feedback on her drafts because those will be finalized in the next few weeks, and then we'll be offering some additional training and communication on the new affirmative action process and the new report that will be in Recruiting Solutions. So if you haven't had a chance to please look at the documents or email me, and I can send them directly to you. And then any feedback to Ann as we're working with her to finalize.
Okay, it looks like we don't have any other questions at this time.
And just to say, we somehow lost the connection to our closed captioner. Oh, and now it's going?
It was actually working just now.
Oh, well, we're having some problems. We're trying closed captioning for the first time, and I guess it's now working again. So we will try it again next time because we think that's a really important feature to have available with these WebExes. So I'm going to turn it over to Janelle Tummel, our Chief Communications Officer, for just a few more announcements.
Hi everyone, it's Janelle. Just wanted to say thank you for all your great questions and all your feedback today and that we've been receiving since we've started talking about this. It's really helpful for me. So just a couple things that we've been doing. We kind of did an all-employee communication that I'm sure you received. We have posted a note out on the login page of self-service. We've also posted a message on the job application site in Resumix. When you go to apply for jobs, we got a great suggestion to tweak the wording, so we'll be doing that shortly here, and also kind of beefing up that verbiage a little bit. We are going to be sending an email to everyone who is currently in the Resumix system, people who have applied for jobs previously, to let them know that that we'll be using a new system in December. So plan for that next week, and we'll be sure to copy you guys on that message somehow or send you a heads up before that goes out, because that of course will go to probably some employees and some external applicants. And finally, I'm just, brainstorming here as I'm seeing some of your questions today, and I think maybe we will try and send up a recap of this, what was discussed today, mostly with just links of where everything is so that you can have it all in one place and come to your email box rather than having to go and look for it. But again, if you have suggestions or questions, I'd love to hear it to be able to just get you the best information that we can. And I think now we're going to close it out with our Assistant Commissioner, Ann O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. I want to thank everybody for all their hard work on this. I know this is a huge initiative, and I know it's creating a lot of anxiety out there, but I just think that we've got a great community, and everybody hanging together and working through things together is just the way we're going to get through this. So We got a lot of good folks on working on this, and a lot of energy and good work happening. So thank you so much for all your work and your patience as we work through this. I think there's some great things coming forward, and we're all very excited about what the new tool is going to be able to provide for us. And so it's going to be as good as we make it. So again, as everybody has said, please let us know where there's things suggestions, things you want us to cover in the upcoming WebExes, things that you want to talk about. Please let us know so we can make sure that we're addressing all of your concerns. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.